Falawan. I'm waiting for my presentation to start. As I'm waiting, I'm going to ask you one question. How many of you remember your dreams when you wake up? Votre rêve, le matin. Very few of you remember your dreams? Do you believe in dreams? Yes. Actually, when we look at dreams in the dictionary, they're defined as a connection to the unconscious mind. What we think during the day, it's maybe materializing into a dream at night. I had a dream that I was in a meeting with an official in Algeria, and my late father, Allah yarhamu, comes into the meeting and says to me, Leen, you can do it. You have to try hard. Actually, I want to tell you what happened before this dream. I graduated from the University of London with a master's degree in development studies. I went back to Jordan thinking the world is a perfect world. I want to save the world in Jordan. Studying development, you know, you're close to humans, and I wanted to save the world. I thought the world is a utopia. And then I was to discover through world of work that it's not a utopia. It is something else full of challenges. I started my work with Injaz Jordan. I spent 7 years at Injaz Jordan, going up the ladder from a normal junior officer to Deputy Executive Director. Of course, that wasn't an easy 7 years. It was full of challenges, day after day. But it is here where I discovered what is the real world of work. How should I act? How should I behave? And then, after these achievements, I had to leave with my husband to Paris. I had to go and leave all my career achievements and move to Paris. After 2 years in Paris, of course I worked on my French. I moved to Injaz, Egypt. And we moved to Egypt, myself and my husband. And I met the director of Injaz, Egypt, and I remember her telling to me, Leen, we can't afford you as a full-time staff. I said to myself, what, she can't afford me as a full-time staff? In these 2 years in Paris, I really forgot what I'm worth. I forgot my skills. Being a full-time mother in Paris made me forget what is my previous experience, what are my skills. So basically, I worked with Injaz Egypt as a development consultant for 1.5 years. And then I moved to, then my husband was like, one day, we're gonna move to Algeria. Algeria, wow. What am I gonna do in Algeria? I don't want to leave my work. I want to stay with Injaz. And then, by complete coincidence, كانت صدفة, مجرد صدفة, I met Injazz Al Regional Director, Soraya Salti. Leen, I heard you're going to Algeria, she said. I said, yeah. She said, oh, there isn't Injaz in Algeria, and we would like to start an Injaz project. So basically, she said we asked for funding and we're waiting for it. Before leaving to Algeria, she said, okay, we got the fund. They bought me a computer. and they gave me some money. I came to Algeria. I started a project in the house, actually. I bought an office, a printer, and then I started, okay, where shall I start? Do I know private sector people? Am I Algerian to start with? Do I speak the language? Do I know anyone in the Ministry of Education? How am I gonna go and get students? I tried some connections here and there, but nothing materialized. I was so down. I was thinking of calling Injazz Al Jazair and telling them, well, I think I'm not up to this challenge. I think I have to. And then that night, the night where I had the dream of my father, saying to me, Leen, you can do it. At the same month, we had the conference in Marrakesh. It was the regional Injazz Al Arab competition. I went there feeling so down. All the other countries had their students, they came with their teams, and I was alone going to the competition and saying, oh, I hope Injazz Al Jazair, next year will have students. Parallel to the competition, there was the World Economic Forum. I searched who are the businessmen attending from Algeria, and I found 2 names. I wrote them an email saying, explained a bit about Injaz, explained that I would like to meet them. And 10 minutes later, I get an email from Mr. Leen Abdel Jaber. So I remember that meeting so clearly. I went, he was having a good lunch, having his lunch and listening to me without putting his head up. And then, at the end, he's like, so do you live in Algeria? I said, yes. He said, I'm in. Actually, what he wanted someone to implement on the ground, someone who has the experience, someone who knows the know-how. We came back to Algeria. He had organized for me meetings with businessmen, with reaching to us to form a board. We also needed a legal umbrella to be under, so we are working under Club K. However, we wanted to have a session with students. We wanted to start. This was our first session. I met him in October. It took us to April to make a session. Actually, the session was, there was a school in Huwaiba who wanted to visit the factory. So what Leen said, okay, you visit the factory, but you have to attend a session, Injazz session. I was so excited. Of course, I'm familiar with Injazz, but I had to prepare. I had to call other Injazz countries to tell them, okay, what shall I implement? They're school children, the age group is young. So I implemented entrepreneurial masterclass. It's a one-day session where they start their own small companies. It was a very interactive session. On the day of the session, there were 77 students. We didn't expect this huge turnout. So actually, Mr. Leen Abdel Jaber, the room was so small that didn't fit 77. He stopped the production line that day, and we had the session in the main factory. It was that day that I felt he really believed in youth and believed in the upgrading soft skills, in giving back. He believed in Injazz. So basically, we had our first session, and from that time, second session going, and Injazz became bigger. It was a bouncing ball. It was becoming bigger and bigger and bigger to reach our achievement of today, of which I have a small video to show you. I said, it was the rolling effect. It was one achievement after the other, but there were obstacles. Of course there were obstacles. I remember going to the first competition, regional competition with other Injaz Arab countries. Our team didn't speak that much English like others. They did excellent. The Algerian youth, have a lot of potential, and we won the first prize in the first regional competition. So it was, from the beginning, Injaz Al Jazair marked their footprint, or had their footprint among the other Injaz countries, as we say. But the theme I'm talking about today is bounce back. It's when you reach the down limit and you come back. And this is how it was with me with Injaz Al Jazair. I started from, feeling so down, and then, of course, it keeps on going down and up, but Injaz is my passion. And every day, I like to see the impact of what this project has on people, on youth, on you guys. So wherever I go to work, I have some points before I end up the speech that I would like you to keep in mind in your career, in your education. First point is, do not sit back on the sideline and wish for a better world. You go out and create this world. You will learn always by failing over and over again. It's only there where you are able to grow. No one sees the years of hard work you have done or you have put. They only see the outcome of your work. You should also give to others. Success is sharing with others. It's not only with you. You have to interact with others, you have to give them. And last but not least, you cannot do it on your own. You have to have strong believers that believe in you. Every day when I go to work, I remind myself of this famous proverb by Abu Qasim al-Shabi. He's a Tunisian poet. Yes. ومن لا يحب صعود الجبال يعيش أبد الدهر بين حفر. It says a lot. So basically, Injaz for me was صعود الجبال. There is another one. There is no elevator to success. You have to take the stairs. I had a dream, and this dream became true. Leen Abdel Jaber, Injazz Al Jazair, Executive Director.